I've been working very hard on my physique. Very, very hard. As a matter of fact, over the past year and a half, that has actually become my all consuming obsession. My physique has become my prized possession in a lot of ways. And truthfully, I'm actually kind of a fiend. It's almost unhealthy and toxic how addicted I am to working out in the gym and seeing the growth, seeing the results. Okay, this past week, I was dealing with a re-aggravation of a wrist injury that I previously dealt with, and I was still trying to come up with excuses to go to the gym. Even though I knew that taking that week off would be best for my long-term prospects, I still was operating like an absolute junkie, and I was trying to find every excuse in the book to go to the gym. And I ended up not going to the gym, thankfully, and now I am able to work out again with just minor pain, and I'm able to work around the minor pain. I'm saying this to say that I have been working very hard on my physique. And as much as I could sit here and tell you that you shouldn't do it for other people and that you shouldn't care about receiving validation from other people, I do fucking care. Or at the very least, I appreciate validation when I receive it. I value validation because it's something that I've worked so hard to obtain. My physique, that is. That said, a few weeks ago, I was in the locker room at the gym, and I didn't know that this was going to be one of the last times that I would go to that particular gym, but I digress. I was in the locker room at the gym that I used to go to, Basic Fit here in the Netherlands, and behind me, as I take my shirt off, I hear this guy say, "Niet normaal." He said something else, something, "niet normaal." And if you don't know Dutch, "niet normaal" means not normal, or insane. And for whatever reason, maybe it's sort of the intonation or the cadence of how he said it, or maybe it's the fact that it sounded like he was speaking in my direction, but I did that little half turnaround because I sort of felt like he might be speaking to me or about me. And sure enough, when I did the half turn, I saw him looking directly at me. And I turned around and he repeated himself, something, echt niet normaal. Really insane, really not normal. And I asked him, spreek je Engels? Because I'm not really that fluent in Dutch, to be honest. So I asked him that, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, your physique is insane, man." And I was like, "Oh, shit, man, I appreciate it." And I was in a rush, so I didn't really anticipate having a conversation about this. But he proceeded to sort of ask me questions, and he basically ended the conversation by saying, "It's crazy, bro. I was here Monday and I saw you in the gym. Then at Wednesday, I went at a different time. I saw you again. And then today, I see you again, even though it's a different time." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm here every single day. Usually for an hour and a half at a time, because at that time, my workouts were an hour and a half each." So I told him, "Yeah, bro, I'm here every day." And he was like, "Every day? 7 days a week? No days off?" And I was like, "Yeah." And to me, it wasn't even something crazy. It was just my way of life. It's like somebody thinking it's crazy that you eat every day. It's just something that I do. It's just a part of my routine. So after I told him that, he said something that really stuck with me. And just based on him saying this, I knew instantly that he's going somewhere in life because he's identified something that I think a lot of people never really identify. You see, a lot of people, when they see my physique or when I make workout videos, they immediately sink into their limiting beliefs. Oh, he has good genetics. He has West African ancestry, so he's destined to be jacked. He doesn't even have to do that much to get jacked. This guy didn't see it that way. This guy, whose name was Yell, said, "So it's not a coincidence, huh?" And that really, really stuck with me because when he asked that, and he sort of asked it but made a statement at the same time, I don't really know how to explain it, but basically I replied and said, "Yeah, it's not a coincidence. I just put in the work. I track my calories. It's not a coincidence. You're right." And I even tried to tell him, "Yeah, as far as my abs go, that's genetic. I always had that." But he was like, No, but you put in the work." And so he wouldn't even accept me telling him that part of it was just genetics. And truthfully, my abs are just genetic. I had abs in 4th grade. I didn't really have to do anything for them. But again, when he said this, I knew that he is going places in life. And that's why I said his name. If you ever hear about some very famous, prominent, successful person from Waalwijk, the Netherlands, named Jelle, then that's the person that I had the conversation in the gym with. But anyways, I digress. You need to understand that when you see somebody who has attained a result that you find admirable or desirable, it is not a fucking coincidence. It is not a coincidence. When it comes to physique, for example, again, I go to the gym 7 days a week. Now it's 6 days a week because I do my cardio outside of the gym. The weather is getting a lot better here in the Netherlands, so I'm taking advantage of that. But the point is, every day I'm active. Unless I'm taking a break to recover from an injury, I am active every day. Best believe I am getting underneath some kind of barbell 6 days a week. And on that 7th day, again, cardio. It's not a coincidence. I track my Listen, I have my phone right here. I'm going to show you. This is not a coincidence. I track my calories every fucking day. Every day. That's the day before. The day before that, I track my calories every day. It's not a coincidence. I weigh my food out before I eat it. It's not a coincidence that I look the way I do physique-wise. And I have a long way to go. Best believe I have a long way to go. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm a lot further ahead than I was. Because I started putting in the work. I started to identify patterns and I started to act upon those patterns. And YouTube is no exception. By the time you're watching this, you'll probably already be able to verify this for yourself. But as I'm making this, today is March 11th. I've only just begun this research study, for lack of a better term, which will prove to you that YouTube success is not a fucking coincidence. There are elements of serendipity within the journey. So yes, there are certain moments where you maybe get quote unquote lucky, but even if you received that luck, you wouldn't even know what to do with it. You would not know what to do with it. A lot of people, they receive that luck and they come to rely upon it. And then what ends up happening is they never reach their full potential and they get mad at the world because of it. Because the world stopped giving them those opportunities. But in all actuality, it's their fault because they didn't use the opportunities to prepare themselves for the next ones. Don't be one of those people. Listen, if you go to my YouTube channel, not this channel, but my other channel, Jordan Green, the main channel, and you go to my videos, you're going to see something. Okay, and again, it's March 11th. I can prove this to you right now. Just look at my phone, March 11th. Okay, 5:04 p.m. I want you to look at my last, 10 to 15 videos, okay? What you're going to see is somewhere along the way, there is a sudden and drastic spike in views. It's probably going to correlate with me switching to a different subject matter. That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that I suddenly decided to create more videos about being an American in the Netherlands in comparison to the self-improvement videos. It's not a coincidence. It's a conscious decision that I made. Now, in 2023, I posted a few videos from my first time visiting Europe, and some of those videos ended up doing very well. That, you can say, was a coincidence. Just like me having great ab genetics is a coincidence. But me choosing to act on that opportunity by making content about being an American in the Netherlands is not a coincidence. I knew from the time that I landed here in this country that I was going to be able to revive my channel. I knew it. I knew it simply because I already had that initial reference point. I had that initial reference point to provide me with that positive feedback. And based on that positive feedback, I was able to predict the outcome. A while back, I took a course from Grant Cardone, and listen, regardless of what you think of him, there's one thing I took away from this course that really, really resonates with me. And it helped me realize that I am actually a professional in this YouTube game. I'm not Mr. Beast, but I am a certified professional. And that thing is, a professional is characterized by the ability to predict an outcome. Let me repeat myself just in case you weren't listening. A professional is characterized by the ability to predict the outcome. So when you can predict an outcome ahead of time based on your pattern recognition from putting in the repetitions, that is when you are a professional. And when you see somebody who is not just successful on YouTube, but who has sustained their success over time, or even better, someone like me who has not sustained their success, saw a massive dip in viewership and channel momentum, and then rebuilt that momentum from the ground up. That is a professional. That person is a professional. There are a lot of people who start YouTube, go viral on their first few videos, and then quit. They fall off. They fall off because they didn't develop, for one, the character traits, the stress tolerance, the mental bandwidth to be able to endure those low periods. They don't even know what that feels like. It's kind of like being born into a rich family and experiencing poverty for the first time in your life. You don't know what the fuck to do. You're ill prepared for it. You're ill equipped for it. You don't have the tools in your toolbox for that. And over time, you have to develop them because you have no choice. You're impoverished. That's what the situation requires of you. In the same way, you're only going to develop those character traits, those inner resources, by experiencing the adversity, by taking the L's, by posting videos that you're 150% certain are going to pop off that end up flopping. And ironically, sometimes those flops end up becoming your biggest hits indirectly. For example, I didn't even plan about talking about this today, but for example, in 2020, you can go on my main channel and verify this for yourself. I posted a video called I Tried Sun Gazing for 30 Days. So I'm filming this video for the whole entire month of, I think, August 2020. And along the way, I'm hyping it up. I'm telling my friends, bro, I am working on this video that's going to blow my channel up. Because at that time, sun gazing was a very popular thing. It was a very trendy topic. So I made this video and it fucking flopped. Imagine spending 30 days making a video and it flops. I was like, what the fuck just happened? But in the video, there was one clip where I went outside in the backyard and I showed my full body for the first time since my channel had ascended to 1,000+ subscribers. And this is the first time that most of my subscribers saw what my physique actually looks like. And a lot of people in the comments said, hey bro, your physique is pretty crazy. You should make a fitness video. What's your workout routine? And I said, okay, well, if they all want to know what my workout routine is, let me go ahead and post a workout routine video. Now, for context, around the time that I posted this sun gazing video, I also posted a hair tutorial video. Why did I post the hair tutorial video? I posted it because my subscribers kept asking for it. Bro, what's your curly hair routine? Bro, put us on game with your curly hair routine. How do you get your hair like that? How do you get curly hair? When you see this often enough, the pattern recognition kicks in and you act on it. Or you don't act on it and you become mediocre. I acted on it and that hair routine blew up. So based on that experience, I made the assumption, I predicted that this workout video, if formatted correctly, was probably going to blow up as well. So you can go look. I think it was called How to Build Lean Muscle. It was a video that ended up becoming one of my most viewed videos on my channel. That was not luck. That was not a coincidence. You can go and look. Go to my channel, Jordan Green, go to videos, sort them by most popular, and look at those two videos, the curly hair routine and the How to Build Lean Muscle video. Look at the way that those videos are titled. Look at the thumbnail structure. Look at the video length. The shit is not a coincidence. And then look at the skincare routine that I posted in 2021, over a year later. Again, I was adhering to a pattern that had proven to be very prosperous in the past. And as a result, I achieved success. It's not coincidence. Stop thinking that success is luck. Stop thinking that people are just waking up and suddenly seeing their dreams all coming to fruition. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. Because even if that happens to you, you have to sustain it, which, here's a brutal reality about success, is actually harder. It's harder to sustain success than it is to obtain success. And I know that as I said that, a lot of people who were watching this video just clicked off. They just tapped out. They just decided they're going to go back to college. They're going to pursue the path of mediocrity. And that's not to say that if you work a 9 to 5, you're mediocre, but mediocre in comparison to the life that you have envisioned for yourself. A lot of people just clicked off and decided that they are going to pursue that path. But you didn't. You did not click off. And that's for a reason. It's because you are like Yel from that gym in Waalwijk, the Netherlands. You're like Yel in that you understand what I am saying. You understand that success in any endeavor, in any arena of life, is literally a game of taking L's after L's after L's and ultimately learning from them, observing the patterns of first failure, and then using those patterns for failure to generate some success, utilizing the patterns from success to generate bigger success, and continuing to do that into perpetuity. That's what it takes to be successful. It's not a coincidence. Go to the gym 7 days a week, and I guarantee you, even if you don't look like me, you're going to look a fuck ton better than you currently do. I promise you that. I can guarantee you that. I don't like to make a whole lot of guarantees, but that's one thing that I can guarantee you. And I can also guarantee that if you click the link in the description to join my free newsletter, then you will receive weekly insights that will help you elevate in life and become somebody who is able to achieve success faster, because you can take all of the lessons that I've learned directly from me and not have to experience the same losses that I have.